Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio, and today we've got Sumit in the chair. How are you doing, bud?
Oh, good, mate.
Good man, good. So what we do? What's the plan today?
Finally, this is the first time that I've got hair this long. I'm trying to grow it out more, but I had a fade earlier, so this has been growing out of massively disproportionately.
So this is out. So you've grown this out from a fade on the.
Yeah. So I had an undercut, plus a mullet kind of thing.
Oh, right, okay.
So this was completely short. Everything was a little longer.
Right, okay.
I haven't cut my hair for about 4 or 5 months now.
Cool.
So I'm just trying to grow it out because it's the first time I haven't had a long hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Once.
So have you got like an end goal in mind? Where you're trying to go?
I've got an image.
Okay, cool. Let's have a look.
Just a disclaimer, I don't know if this works for my hair. I've never had longer hair.
I think his hair texture is a bit different to yours, but I think the same style though you could try and do. You've just got a very long way to go.
Yeah.
And as long as you can mentally prepare yourself for that, you've got a lot of bad hair days to come. All right.
Yeah.
Buy a lot of hats.
Yeah.
Get a couple of headbands. So sunglasses in the hair, that kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely achievable.
Yeah. There's one more thing.
Go on.
There's some hair thinning here which I've noticed because I've started growing hair out.
Yeah.
And that's a problem area for me.
Okay.
Not sure what we can do with that.
The thing is, with this bit here, if it's not growing out now, it probably won't get any longer than what it is. But it's not too bad, to be fair. We've got a lot of hair around it that we could use to cover it, so I wouldn't worry about it too much, okay? Because that could be maybe potentially going back. It could be a genetic thing. I wouldn't say I know what it is because I don't. But it's always worth speaking to someone, whether it's a trichologist or someone maybe at manual who deal with this sort of thing. So I don't think that should be too much of an issue. The only problem is, we won't know until we get more length in it. That's the downside. So we've got a slight issue. Is that you've got the mullet still in, right? Now, realistically, if you just get that haircut up, I'm just going to talk you through the haircut, right? Just so you know what to expect, right? As you can, if you zoom in, if you don't mind, the sides and the back is actually shorter than the sides, right? Through the bottom bit there. So his neckline's probably maybe about that far away from the flicks that you can see, right? Obviously more hair at the back, but it's probably a similar length. It's just that the perimeter, which is like the outline around the ear, is quite long. Now, you've got obviously a long way to go because that's down to like the bottom of his ear. So you've got almost about that much to go, 2-3 inches left to go. What you also want to do is grow it past the length you want to get it cut into the shape that you want as well. So it's a little bit like, it's almost like you've got to go about 3 months past the length you're at. So when you get to that exact length, you're like, I'm here. You're best growing it for another 3 months and then getting it cut in properly. That's what I'd always suggest, because it's not a haircut you can really grow out into that style, because it's slightly top heavy, right, compared to the sides and the back. So obviously that's hard to grow out into that, because as soon as it starts growing, it gets thick, it loses its shape, it loses its texture, right? The only problem we've got today is that it's extremely top heavy compared to the back and sides. Now, this length's okay here, through this bit here, but it's this undercut that is going to be very, very hard to grow out, because undercuts don't grow out well. They're always, they get to a certain point and they just sit really flat and they just almost come out like a shelf. When we start to pull this guide over and this length in the middle, you have an awful lot of length on this corner because of the undercut. Now, the only downside to the length you're at now, it's like a bit of a psychological battle at the moment, right? Is that we have to take the length off through this corner for it to continue growing out well. The only downside to that is it looks and feels a lot shorter than what you walked in with today. Okay? So if you're okay with that and you can kind of get past that mentally, because that's the thing I struggle with when I grew my hair. So I grew my hair for this exact reason, to give this kind of advice, right? I struggled when the top was really long and the sides were only growing out, to cut the top shorter to make the sides and the back look longer, because it made it feel like it was really short. It almost made it look like it was short. It's like a bit of a kind of like it's more in there than how it looks. It'll look lovely, don't get me wrong, it'll look really nice, but it just might feel very short to you. You get what I mean? And obviously taking some off the back to try and match up to the sides, there's quite a bit of length coming off through the back as well. So if you're okay doing that, it's almost like 2 steps back to go 1 step forward at this stage, right?
Got it.
Because we're trying to grow the whole hair out to a decent length. So what I would recommend we do is maintain what we've got on the sides. We'll just try and break up a little bit of it just to make it fall a little bit nicer. The back will have to take a bit down, right? Especially towards the nape as well, just so it doesn't look like a mullet anymore. Because it doesn't look too much like a mullet now, if I'm completely honest. It doesn't look too...
I've chopped this up a little bit.
You've chopped it up a little bit yourself. Okay, that's probably why. But you'll have a lot of length here though, in the back itself. So you might not have a lot of length down the bottom. It's more here I need to take away. There's probably a good inch and a half that needs to come off. It protrudes out more at the back, right? There's quite a lot of bulk and thickness at the back. compared to the sides. So we have to get rid of that. But the nape isn't a bad length. You've cut that to I'll be honest with you, mate, you've cut that to a pretty good length, to be fair. Are you in the industry at all? No, you should be. That's not a bad job, that doing the back of your head. Yeah. So all we really want to do is try and take away this corner. Okay. And now when you connect that all in, that's when it starts to flow into the sides. And that's what almost makes it look a tiny bit longer. Okay. But to you, it might feel shorter, and it could look a bit shorter when the back's down as well. So as long as you know we're meant to be doing this right now, you should be okay. But I think that's really all you need to do. I think you're in that stage now, that 4 or 5 month stage, growing it out. You just need to cut it into something that makes it look like you're not growing it out, basically.
That's what my intention was today, was coming.
Yeah, was it? All right, brilliant. So you were ready for that? Yeah. All right, cool. Because the main thing is to get a lovely head of hair at the end of all this, you've got to look after it now. Yeah. It's prevention over cure. All right, so we prevent any dryness, we prevent any tangles, any sort of tears in the hair and things like that. Mm-hmm. By the time you get to something like that, it'll be ideal. Okay. All right, all right, man. But yeah, other than that, just a very, very like what we call a maintenance haircut today. Yeah. All right, cool, man. Right, well, let's get this shampoo and condition, and then we'll get started. Right, guys. So I've just shampooed and conditioned Sumit's hair. We've had a little chat about hair care. He's on it. Gave him a little bit of advice. Literally, just finish with some cold water and wash it twice. That was literally it. He's on it. He knows what he's doing. So that's a good sign. I've got a lot of faith in you, mate, a lot of faith. Yep. So all we need to do today is just make it look as though he's not growing his hair out. That's as simple as what we need to do. So I'm going to start with a horseshoe, and I want to check out these sides as well. I want to see what's going on with the bit of hair loss that he's talking about on the sides as well. Let's get this horseshoe in. Like so. Right, so if we look what's going on here, you see just sort of it almost looks like it's broken off, doesn't it? Like as though it's snapped away. Okay, but that's not a problem, because if you look at where the sides are, there's quite a lot of length to cover that. If you see there's the sides of Sumit's hair. So if that stays as it is and that continues to grow, it's almost just like he's got a little bit of a taper going on. So that's not a problem at all. So what I'm going to do on this, I'm going to do a 3-finger width section on this one. So again, the wider the section is, the less hair you take away. Right? So if I did it 1 finger, obviously we're going short. 2 fingers, sort of like an average length. 3 fingers where you're pulling everything to the middle. So you're maintaining a lot of length either side. And that's what we need to do today. We take our section from left and right, pull it central, and we just take away anything that we don't need about that. And just cut that shape in. So all that does, it maintains the length, but it just takes a little layer shorter so that we're getting a bit of movement. So there's that layer, there's the middle layer, right? So it just falls a little bit shorter, see? And what I'll do is just move around a little bit for him, okay? So you look at that side where you get a lot of movement, and we look at that side, it just hangs, right? So just a simple little thing can make a big difference, and that's all we need to do. Less is more when we're growing it. So coming through the back though, however, we do need to work on a 2-finger width section. So just from that section there, I'm gonna start on a 2-finger width section now, because we've got no hair loss coming through here. So we'll pull this in, use our guide. There we go, there's our guide. And there's that undercut that we were talking about before. So this is where we're going to start to sort of blend in the sides to the back. So this is the point I was on about before, when if it's going to seem like we're taking loads of hair off even though he's growing it. And yeah, we are, but it's a bit of a necessity at the moment because of the mullet that was cut in. When you're growing the mullet out, obviously it can start to look really unruly and quite out of shape, you know, the longer it gets at the back. So it's always beneficial just to kind of take a bit more length off the back, but just try and leave what's around the perimeter. It's the best thing you can do, because that's the thing that makes it look long, you see. So this is where we graduate into the sides and we get a bit more length sitting around the bottom there. But luckily enough, Sumit's done a miracle job there on himself, and he's done a good job. So how have you done that, mate? Hats off, you've done a good job, man. I never normally recommend DIY jobs, but I'll definitely recommend them to you, mate, okay? Yeah. Just your neck, nothing else, all right? Yeah. So what's made you decide you want to grow it out then?
I've never had long hair, so I've always struggled with, I've got wavy hair.
Oh, okay.
I also always struggled when they were about 2-3 inches long, so I always got them thinned out. Okay. Didn't really like them when I was growing up.
Okay.
For some reason I decided to grow them out because at least once have long hair.
Yes.
I just wanted to try it out.
Experience it for like that one time, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I think you've picked a really nice style as well to grow it out to.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's obviously, it's just down to a bit of willpower now and patience,
Yeah.
That's all it is. The triple P's: patience, perseverance, Pinterest. That's what I always say, mate. Get yourself on Pinterest, get your mood board ready, get your sort of inspirational sort of pictures ready, and just keep going. That's all you can do, man. Triple P. I'm going to trademark that, I think.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's a nice one, then, isn't it?
Might put it on a t-shirt.
I'm telling you, General, mate, we should, that and horseshoe section, I think I need to put on a t-shirt, mate. And I think we'll be all right then, won't we, Liam? Yeah. So how have you found it this time round then? Did you find having the mullet cut in helped you a bit more, or did you find that, or the undercut, did you find that helped a bit?
Yes, I think because the mullet started growing off, and that really helped because the back was quite long.
Yeah, a bit like fast forward almost, yeah.
Yeah. So it really helped, yeah.
Would you potentially recommend that to people if they were ever growing their hair out? So obviously mullets are quite trendy now. Like I've done 3 today or something. Done about 4 the other day. So, quite trendy, aren't they? I guess you probably could recommend to grow a mullet out, get some good bit of length and then grow it out from that point. Yeah. That's a good little bit of advice, that, man. I think if you just said that 3 years ago, it probably wouldn't have had the same effect, would it? Because mullets weren't really sort of popular about 3 years ago, were they? So kind of makes a bit of sense to do that now. Yeah, that's you haven't got as much through there. It's a little bit. In fact, it is quite similar actually, both sides. Yeah, that's positive, to be honest, mate. That it is both. It's happened both sides. I know it's not positive to have hair loss, but I feel like because it's happening both sides, it's obviously quite a normal thing. So yeah, I think it's definitely worth speaking to someone about, but it doesn't seem as abnormal. If it was just one side, I'd be a bit like, why is that going on?
Yeah.
But because it's both sides, it's probably not as bad as you think. Right, I'm just going to trim this bottom bit down the middle here. Now, what I'll do is on the sideburns, I'm going to take them a little bit shorter and blend them into your beard, okay?
Yeah.
What that'll do is it will take that effect away from the sides being like sort of thinner, okay? Because you'll see that kind of graduation from the beard into the sides, okay?
Okay.
And if anyone watching, if anyone is suffering with anything similar to Sumit, this is a good little thing to do. So just take the side bits here shorter and blend these down and taper these in. So with that going shorter, it almost makes them sort of shorter hairs above it look longer. So it's a good little way of doing it. Just a nice little taper just on the sideburns. Works really, really well. And I'm just going to take away some of this neck hair as well, just to focus on keeping the rest of the hair above it nice and long, so it's got a nice tidy finish underneath. There we go. Now I'm just going to wet the razor through this just to break it up a tiny bit. I'm going to keep the size as they are, and just at the top of the ear I'm going to put the razor through this and just start to break it up. It's very thick. Again, I just want to give this a little bit more movement. So essentially like that kind of flow and separation that you get, I want to just try and encourage the hair to do that. Okay, so that's the mullet gone, right? So that's where it all starts to look a bit the same.
Yeah.
Now it's just this little point now, all right? So it's not an awful lot that needs to come off, but it will look like there's a lot, but it won't look, how do I say this? I'm probably going to massively sound like a contradiction. I'm going to take a lot off, but it won't look like there's a lot coming off, if that makes sense. Because we're going to leave, where we picked it up from before, that top bit there for me is just a little bit too short for the rest of the haircut. I feel like that should be the longest point right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take away that undercut. All right.
Okay.
So just cutting above the round of the head and take away that undercut. I'm cutting to that part there. So again, the one thing you've got to get used to as well, Sumit, is just not seeing a lot of hair on the barbershop floor. That's the one thing you've got to remember. I know when you go in for a haircut, you always expect to see loads of hair come off, right? Yeah. This is like the opposite now. If you see too much hair coming off or you see loads of hair coming off, it's gone wrong, okay?
Yeah, that's when I panic.
Yes, exactly. And you start questioning your decision making then, yeah, that's exactly it, man. So 4 sections across the top. The third one just falling at the centre. As you can see, not a lot's going to come off. The fringe might come off, but not a lot's going to, because again, like that top bit there is now more balanced to the sides, because that's the thing we were lacking, was that length through the middle. So as you can see, nothing's really coming off. There we go. So again, it's just that corner, 2 sections, just to start to now let that fall. So as you can see, that bit now is falling into that bit, that's falling into that bit, that's falling into that bit, and so on. So has anything come off the front? Yeah, a little bit heavy there. Nope. There we go. It's all balanced now, okay?
Okay.
So cut the crown in, coming in from diagonal section, pull this out. There probably isn't going to be an awful lot to come off really, because obviously the top was quite short, so it's probably just going to be these little tiny corners. Yeah, again, there's nothing coming off there. So another section through here. Now, I don't want to do anything else. I don't feel like I need to put the razor through anything. I think you need to get that weight in your hair to drop. I think if I thin it out, probably not going to help. I feel like you need to build up that little bit of weight. So I think we just let it, I'm just going to dry it off a little bit, diffuse it so it just falls naturally, and then we just grow it out. All right, I think that's all we need to do. It feels like it's been thinned out a touch on the top, so I don't want to go overdo it. All right?
All right.
And work it through your hair. Now this is going to give you definition, it's going to give you more softness as well. But the main thing is no frizz, okay? That's what we're going for. Definition in the hair, bit of texture, but also the battling away from that frizz, all right?
Okay.
Medium speed, medium heat. And we'll just stand and be patient. Get it, the P again. Right, so about 80% dry, and then just let that grow out nicely for you, mate, okay?
Yeah.
Just keep that shaping. So you can see there's no undercut in there now, it's got a bit more balance. I'll show you the back and sides as well so you can kind of see where it's going. So it doesn't look like a mullet anymore, okay? It looks more like a short / medium length hairstyle, okay?
Yeah.
So it's all starting to fall into place. You see the way that top layer, that layer there's kind of got movement to it now. Before it was just kind of sitting there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now you've got actual movement sitting in there. So yeah, best chance to grow it is now, mate, okay?
Yeah.
You've got a nice shape cut in, all balanced, and you should be able to grow that out quite well. All right, so there's the mullet gone as well. All right, man. Perfect. That's it. So yeah, give yourself another 3 months. If you can go longer, go longer. You know, 3 months is always a good one if you're really struggling with growing the hair out. It's like a maintenance kind of time.
Yeah.
If you can go 4 or 5 months, brilliant. But yeah, just the 3 Ps now. Right?
All right.
That's it, man. Thank you very much, buddy.